Well, I believe that with the change, even if I'm only one, I know that I can lead the way. Cause I've seen it and I've been there, had to face it the hard way.
All right. How we sounding? How we looking? Good? Okay. What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Rena. We are officially kicking off the Elevated Experience podcast. Drum roll. Cheering. Woo! So guys, I am very excited to share that we're launching this podcast. I've been wanting to do this for some time now, but I wanted to make sure that we had the quality that I wanted to serve you guys with, make sure that I had proper team running this, set up and everything. So for right now, this is what we're working with. I got my friend Eddie behind the camera. Shout out Eddie. Shout out DLE Vision. You want to say anything?
What's up?
All right. So it's really interesting because I've been wanting to do this for some time, and Eddie's actually wanted to get into podcasting as well, behind the camera. And the universe has brought us here. We are going to be dropping consistent video filmed podcasts for you guys. We're going to have a lot of special guests on here. And we are also going to be dropping audio versions on Spotify too. So a lot of exciting things going on, but I want to share with you all a little bit about myself, a little bit about Elevate, how this brand has came to fruition, and what we have planned. So we're also going to share some questions as well that some of my followers asked me over the weekend. But for right now, I just want to share a little bit. So my name is Rena. I am a Latin hip hop artist from the DMV area. I am also a full-time entrepreneur. I'm the founder of the Elevated Beauty Bar and the Elevated Experience. So to give you guys a little bit of a rundown, Elevate actually started with a lash brand. So 3 years ago, I became a full-time lash technician. I left the corporate world to start lashing. But within that, I was able to find my way back to so many of my other passions, such as music, fashion, beauty, entertainment, and up until this point, we've been able to scale and have this company that provides fashion, beauty, and entertainment. So we do lashes, we've done styling for different artists and models in the area. We've also done castings for music videos. We've also done hair, tattoos, nails, and so much more. When I first kicked off this brand in the middle of the pandemic in August 2020, I actually hosted an artist and vendor showcase. Now, at the time, I had just fallen back into music and I started dropping professionally, like studio recorded music, but I didn't really have too many connections out here. I wasn't getting too many booking opportunities. I didn't know how I was going to get my feet off the ground running with this music thing. But I had this brand called Elevate. I had my lash brand. I had all these different ideas, and I was always hosting events back then too. So because I was lacking in bookings and things like that, I was like, you know what? If I can't find opportunity, I'm gonna create the opportunity myself. And that is when I threw my first ever artist and vendor showcase here in the DMV. It was a weekend with performances. We had vendors selling their products, their business, and that's how Elevate started. We've built up the platform and we've done about 3 major artist vendor showcases in the last 2 years. We've done a Halloween event. We did a Hispanic Heritage Month event. And I've been able to really build a lot of connections through this. I've brought a lot of different artists, business owners on here, and I've built a lot of friendships and collaborative projects through this brand as well. So now we are here. We have not thrown an event in about a year, but we are kicking off this podcast now where artists and business owners will be able to come on here, use this platform as a way to share their voice. In the future, we may or may not have another Elevated Experience event again, but I'm just excited to be able to share these experiences with you guys, let you guys get to know me a little bit better, and of course, have other artists and business owners, creatives, life coaches, financial advisors, everything that you can think of. I want to be able to serve you guys with the platform to be able to showcase all of that. And then of course our audience, be able to learn from us. I think through experiences, through conversation, that's how we're able to grow and learn and all that good stuff. So yeah, the Elevated Experience hosted by your girl, Rena B. We have so many different podcasts coming out, and we'll include some teasers and clips here for you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and answer some of your questions. So Made, I think it's Made, I'm so sorry if I got it wrong, but Made X Music, she asked, as an artist, what is your vision for 2023? Thank you so much for asking this question. I'm very excited for 2023. I actually just recently changed my username from Rena B from the DMV to Rena B World. And one of the reasons I did that is actually because next year I do want to go international. Now, I know that I won't be able to just exponentially just start touring internationally, but I definitely want to go to El Salvador. I want to visit the motherland and do some music stuff out there. I also would love to bring the Elevated brand with me out there as well. And I have a lot of personal projects that I want to release too. So 2022 is coming to a close very soon. And I'm not releasing too many of my personal projects for the end of the year, but I am saving them for next year, and definitely want to keep pushing a lot of visual works and a lot of new songs as well. And we have some really exciting features coming too. So won't go too deep into what we got coming, but just to give you guys a quick little gist, that's basically where we're at. All right, guys, so Carla asked us a question. By the way, Carla will be on the podcast too, so stay tuned for that. And she said, amazing, I cannot wait. Question for your first episode. As a creative, but also an entrepreneur, what are tips on how you balance your creative side, wanting to do all the things with your business operations and needing to complete tasks and staying productive? So I definitely feel this because I wear a lot of hats. As an entrepreneur, you are always going to wear a lot of hats, whether it's marketing or team building or handling a client or just a lot of things. But for me, as I shared earlier, I'm a music artist. I'm also a lash technician. I'm also a songwriter, a performer, CEO of a fashion and beauty brand. It can be a bit overwhelming and it can be hard to handle all these tasks. But for me, let's see, you said, what are tips on how you balance the creative side with your business operations? So yeah, as a creative, you want to do all these things, but at the same time, it's not like your typical job. I'm not clocking into a position every day where it's like, I know if I clock into this place, I'm gonna be getting a paycheck from it. When you're an entrepreneur and a creative, you have to learn how to handle both. It is all about balance, because if I'm too much on my creative and I'm not focusing on the business, then that takes time away from me doing the things that I have to do to make sure that my life keeps running, my bills are getting paid for, and all those things are getting handled. So for me, I've learned how to build from my passions and be able to make income from my passions, but also find the time to, have fun with it too. So for example, this podcast, very exciting, very fun project and endeavor that we are going into. But I also have to take that into account that, tomorrow we got to get back to the hustle and continue focusing on the business too. So for me, something big that I always push is discipline, just finding that discipline to create a schedule for yourself, because it's not your everyday average type of job. So by creating discipline and schedules that work for you, you're able to say, today from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., I'm gonna work on this area of the brand. From 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., I'll work on the music. From 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'll relax, use that for family and friends. That's kind of how I'm able to juggle it for myself, but it is different for everyone. So yeah. Shout out to Carla for the question. Thank you so much. The next one, Whiskey Right said to bring the liquor brand on. So this is actually something that we will be pursuing in the future as well. As we continue to work on more episodes and we continue building up this podcast, we would definitely love to open this to liquor companies, even food and different brands like that as well. We could do a tasting, things like that. So make sure you're on the lookout. We are gonna be announcing more in regards to that. And yeah, keep on showing the podcast some love, keep supporting us, and hopefully in the future, we can definitely make that happen and bring your liquor brand onto the show. Alrighty guys, so those are all the questions that I'll be answering today. Thank you to everyone who submitted one. We're gonna be doing a lot more episodes like these, so make sure you stay on the lookout so your questions can be featured as well. And make sure you keep on watching the show, keep on supporting. We have so many special guests that have already been in the process of coming on. We've already filmed some as well. So these will be rolling out very, very soon. Make sure you're following the Elevated Experience. Make sure you're following me, Irina B World. And make sure you show love and support to everyone who's gonna be featured on the show too. If you would like to be a part of the show, make sure you keep on watching. All those details are on the way. And make sure you show some love and you show your support. Drop a comment, share it with your friends. It counts and it means everything to us. It'll really help us out too. And it'll only motivate me to make more and more of these for you. So, it's your girl Rena B. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Elevated Experience. There's so much more to come. Peace out. My name is Rena. I am a Latin hip hop artist here in the DMV. Does that sound good? Hold on, I gotta think this one a little more through. Or I could keep it short and simple. More of these more often, so make sure you stay on the lookout and ask everything away. No me gusta. In the bio, the caption. What is it, bio or caption?